time to get busy at this motherfucker.
Like we always do about this time.
Oh.
What's up, everybody? On today's episode of the Hashtag Blackout Podcast, man, we finally back again. And today, for the new year, we're going to look back at 2018 and talk about some stuff that we remember in pop culture, news, sports, music, movies, comics, etc. We'll also talk about stuff we're looking forward to in 2019. All that and more on today's episode of the Hashtag Blackout Podcast. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Finally, to the Hashtag Blackout Podcast. Episode 113. I'm Jared.
Say that again. The Hashtag Blackout Podcast.
Not a hacker's call. The Hashtag Blackout Podcast. Sorry.
It sounds like it'll struggle to get that hash out. Yeah. Hey, what's up, people? I'm Jay. Happy Merry New Year to everybody out there in listener land.
That's great. Yeah, man. Episode 113. Very happy to be back and at it again. Happy New Year, Jay, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you doing? I don't even remember the last time we did this.
Doing honestly. Well. It's been a few weeks. It's been before, since before Christmas. Probably about a week or two before Christmas, and family time and holidays and all kinds of stuff going on. Work, it's just been crazy. So, yeah, man, how was the last half of your December? How was your Christmas, New Year's?
Last half of December, let me think. It was good. I'm trying to remember because it's all a blur now, but yeah, I'm trying to remember. I honestly, it was just work. Kids were off. My kids and my wife were off, so she got a long Christmas break. Kids got a long Christmas break, but of course, Daddy had to work. So while Daddy's at work, that was pretty much just it. Work. So yeah, did that. Bunch of packages came in for me. My toy obsession. Nice. What else? Christmas was cool. I just spent it at home with the family. No in-laws or anything. No family came in. We weren't traveling this year. I'm honestly kind of tired of traveling because it seems like we're always on the go every holiday. But hey, it was good just chilling at home, spending with my family on Christmas. So dog got his nuts chopped off right before Christmas. So lucky him. I'm sure he
did. He look at you? Did he look at you like you did him wrong after that?
Kinda, man. Kinda. I felt kind of bad. He didn't get his. Wasn't able to bust one before he got him chopped off. But he had fun with that pillow that he's been having for quite a while. So he had fun with that while he could. Right now he's just in a state of non-humping and non-sexual. Well, even though the humping part really isn't sexual, I think it's just all dog play. But yeah, you know what I mean. But anyway, he's good. He's like 100% better now. The kids are acting crazy around him, looking at his sack or lack there, sackless or ballless sack. That's what I should say. His ballless sack that's just hanging there. So yeah, man, everybody's cool. We're all good. Christmas was good. New Year's was cool. Was good. It was good. How about you? How was your break? I know you had family come in.
Yeah, mom, sister, and cousin came for Christmas, and it was a good time. Really, really good time with them. Hadn't seen my mom and sister in since my brother got married in the summer, so good time to see them. And then my cousin, I hadn't seen her in a while, and she's a freshman in high school. So it's interesting. It's weird. I almost forgot what it was like to be like a teenager, like that age, and just the stuff that you're into and not into. And these days, these kids, they're on their cell phone the whole time.
Of course.
you know, and that's pretty much what the deal was. She was like Instagramming and Snapchatting her friends and texting them.
Wow.
And, you know, she was talking until like 2 a.m. So I was like, dang, man, why is this girl still talking? And I was like, man, I'm old now. I'm doing that thing.
What did we have at freshmen in high school?
What did we have do? That? I know.
No Instagram, no texting.
I mean,
there really wasn't
games,
any internet chat at that time either.
Talked to people on the phone, but it wasn't like, I don't know. I never just talked to people all night long like that though. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff, man. It's I don't know, hanging out with people late, listening to music late, you know, all kinds of stuff like that. But it was wild. It was wild. But yeah, man. Other than that, it was a good time. You know, we obviously just sort of hung out here. You know, played in the snow a little bit. Yeah, same for New Year's, just sort of, you know, we're here just chilling out, and I did have a chance to take off the days of my, you know, my family was here, so it was good to do that, to be able to hang out with them, you know, pretty much the whole time. You know, and I didn't really have to go back to work until the 2nd, which was odd because the kids also had to go back to school on the 2nd, you know, so they got like a week and a half out. So, you know, I don't know. It's sort of two things. Like, I think it sucks because, you know, you obviously are like, they could have just went back, you know, like the 7th and had like a full 2 weeks off. But then they also,
so that's it? Dang.
Yeah, it was like a week and a half that they got off. But it's also one of these things where at the end of the school year, they get out, you know, like a week or two before anybody else, you know, in the country. So, you know, I don't know. At this time, you want to hang out with your family. It's sort of like, I'd much rather, you know, be here with my family. But then, you know, it's also like at the end of the school year when you're ready for school to be over and get summer going, you know, it's one of those things that get out early. So I don't know, man. It's whatever. But either way, it was a good time. You know, holidays were fun. So that's that. But yeah, man, 2018 was quite the year. You know,
it was. Definitely was.
Yeah. And before we get to all our 2018, we normally do voicemails around this time of the show. And we have a nice little backlog from our, you know, our Memphis regional correspondent, our cousin Memphis Diva down there in Memphis. We have a few, you know, we have quite a few from her. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas to her. But we're actually going to save that for the next show. It's going to be more of a voicemail show next time because we have quite a few. So, Jay, why don't you go ahead and tell people where they could just leave us a voicemail. Maybe we can get it on the next show. And then, you know, in the meantime, you know, we'll talk about some other stuff.
In the meantime, leave us a voicemail, 3853-BLAKPC is 353-255-2572. Let us know what you're up to. How was your 2018? How's your 2019 going? Is it a new year, new you? Or is it the new year, same petty ass you?
All right.
There you go.
Maybe the same. Some of both. Anyway, all right, cool. So 2018, man, we're gonna do like a little mini recap right now. So, yeah, man, let's just sort of talk about a few things that we, you know, that were memorable for us, you know, that we loved, that we're perplexed by, whatever, from 2018. Go.
All right. I guess one of the biggest things of 2018 was the passing of Stan Lee, and it's just popped up into my head because I just went to see the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse today, and they had the Stan Lee cameo, and then of course at the end they had the little for Stan, and you know, I guess little text, or what do you call it, whatever it is on the screen towards the end. Not really like I guess it was like maybe it was like a little RIP, but yeah, they had that. So that was something that everybody talked about. Everybody's kind of shook, even though we all knew it was coming sooner or later. Yeah, so that was like one of the biggest things there.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about that one?
Man, yeah, that's definitely one of those things, you know, that was, you know, impactful, obviously, for comic book fans, you know, really for, action movie fans for a lot of reasons. He was the creator. He was co-creator, I guess, of a lot of these superheroes that we know and love, and have been watching these past 10 plus years on screen.
Yeah.
And he did it at a time where, when he was young and he was that age and he was creating a lot of these guys, most of the people had like industrial jobs. They had, they were like, going into the military. There were people doing jobs that were like,
right,
hard work, so to speak. And not saying that character building and creation and, illustration and the art that he was doing was not hard work. But at that time, that's what it would seem like. It was like, really, what are you doing? The fact that he did that, then he stayed persistent, he stayed at it, and eventually turned it into this, oh my gosh, multi-billion-dollar thing that now Disney owns, and it's really spun off into pretty much everybody's livelihood now, in some form or another.
Right.
I think it's pretty amazing. But yeah, it's very sad, obviously, that he passed, but he was also 90 some odd years old. And he had lived, a pretty full life when it comes to that type of stuff. So, yeah, man. So I definitely, had to agree with you on that. Agree with you on how, how impactful that was. I can say something else that, was very impactful to us that happened early in the year last year. You love it. I love it. We did, a show about it, then another show with, I joined another show with a couple of our podcast friends, Random Ramblings with Rob and Chuck from What Up Man Pod. Black Panther, man. Black Panther dominated cinema. Black Panther, came out and there had been all this hype about it. There had been all this hope and everybody was like, okay, this movie better not suck. And it did not disappoint. Did not disappoint.
I was, that was another memorable movie moment on my list as well, man. That movie was just all around great movie, and it has a bunch of Oscar nominations. Not Grammy nomination. Well, actually, I think it does have Grammy nomination too.
The music,
for the soundtrack. Yeah. That definitely was a good movie. I'm curious to see where part 2 goes. Of course, that hadn't been announced. He needs to come back from that Thanos snap first. But but I guess just to add on to that this past memorable year, the snap heard around the world. Thanos, the Infinity Wars. So
it was like the greatest and most terrible crossover event in history.
Dude, everybody got their feelings hurt at the end of that. I hear people crying. I've heard of people crying after that movie. Of course, Marvel's not gonna leave us hanging like that. So
of course not.
But that movie there just did everything. We thought that Black Panther. Well, Black Panther did kill a lot of box office numbers, but this one did just as crazy.
Obliterated.
And of course, from that, I was just going to add on. Of course, from that, we did get the sequel, the trailer for the sequel, not too long before Christmas. So we'll
exciting.
Know what happens there.
It's exciting that we'll get Captain Marvel, we'll get that movie. Less than a year really from when it originally came out, which is amazing. Because what was it? Wasn't it like Star Wars? They decided every 2 years they were gonna put out a new movie in their more recent version of their franchise. And it's good that they're just going ahead and giving this to us, because there's too many people who are just mad and sad and everything else. And so man, that movie was great. A lot of people reprised their roles from past bits and pieces of the franchise. They connected in different ways. They met each other for the first time, like the Guardians coming into the fray. you know, with Thor and you know, coming to Earth and like, it was just crazy. So, yeah, man. So that's definitely, man, one for the ages. And you know, on top of that, you know, if you look at what is it? If you look at you know, something that may have been less of a memorable moment, the Justice League, you know, starred, you know, Wonder Woman, who was great, Aquaman, who was entertaining, I guess, and then Batman and Superman, who, you know, had come off of like one of the worst, you know, performances as a what is it, tandem or whatever in a movie in a while. And it wasn't, while Justice League wasn't absolutely horrible, it was not absolutely amazing. But
was
it's
that
just
this year?
DC's way of trying to. That was this year. Justice League was.
Really? Why did I feel
early
like
in
that
the
was
year.
2017?
Wasn't it?
Oh well, yeah, I guess it didn't do that well. So I don't know.
Either way,
because it's like I was at my parents' house during the summer.
You're right.
Oh, it did
You're
come
right.
out in
It's
2017.
Yeah.
Okay, I was
so
like,
wrong.
dang,
Man.
was it that bad that HBO picked it up that quick?
Wow.
So,
nah, sorry.
yeah.
It was my bad. My bad.
Okay.
Either way, whatever the case is, though, whatever the case,
It was a bad movie.
It was still not that great. Yeah. But then we got Aquaman in December.
And the crazy thing is
yeah.
about that, I heard people comparing Aquaman, saying this is DC's Black Panther.
Nah, G. Nah.
I never seen it, so I don't know. I don't know what comparisons they were making, but I don't know. I'll just say that I don't know.
I did see it. It was not DC's Black Panther. Like, it's not. I mean, if anything, I would say Wonder Woman would be closer to DC's Black Panther, with it being a people group that is, you know, maybe more maligned than others. You know, like women, you know, women warriors or whatever, and then you know, people of color. Even though Aquaman technically, you know, is like a person of color. Momoa, you know, is from, you know, he's from the islands, you know, originally. So, you know, his family's from the islands originally. So, you know, I guess it is sort of like that when it comes to American society. But really, to be honest, it was not anywhere close. It was an entertaining movie. It was not anywhere close to being DC's version of Batman or of Black Panther.
So where does it rank on the list of DC, of Justice League hero solo movies?
Well,
dang, that bad.
So okay, I would put it second. I'll put it second behind Wonder Woman.
Okay,
because all we really have right now, what is Superman, right? And Wonder Woman,
the two Supermans, Wonder Woman, him. Okay, so how about in the total of DC movies, including Suicide Squad and Justice League and Batman versus Superman? Wait, well, yeah, that was the
and the Supermans. All right,
yeah.
Well, Batman versus Superman is like at the bottom. We already know that. Let's see here. Wonder Woman's at the absolute top. I mean, honestly, I would put this. You know, I would still keep it second, and then I would have Suicide Squad as like a close third.
Okay,
they may be tied, but yeah, Justice League is still, you know, below that. I think they'd probably be like the third, fourth combo. You know, so yeah, man, it wasn't terrible. I mean, I'd say go watch it. It was an exciting movie. It was fun to watch. You know, the kids would definitely love it. You know, there's eye candy for men and women. You know, whatever you want to say.
Right.
But when it comes to being their answer to Black Panther or being better than Wonder Woman, not even close. Not even close. That's what I say. So,
okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, man. So wow, more memorable stuff. Man, we touched on that superhero thing. Wow, I mean, there's a bunch of other random things. I mean, we could truly get into one thing. Was that?
Oh, I was gonna say, speaking of movies, like, I think one memorable movie for me from last year, and I know I mentioned this on Twitter, The Night Comes For Us, a Netflix movie. It was a Indonesian martial arts movie. Man, that movie there was woof. That was dope. It was so. If you're a martial arts fan, if you're a bloody violence, just aficionado, this is the movie you need to see.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you how many times I watched it, and it's just so good. I don't know what else to say. Don't watch it with your kids. Definitely don't watch it with your kids.
Yeah.
If you're into that type of stuff, definitely watch it and be amazed by all the broken bones and blood and fight scenes there is. But yeah,
definitely have to check that out. I could say I haven't seen that yet, but it's definitely on the list. I want to see it. I haven't watched it yet, unfortunately. I'm gonna say this. One thing that was extremely memorable, definitely Fortnite and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Really, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, PUBG as people call it, came out around the same time as Fortnite. It was a $30 download. Fortnite was a free download. And this is the current trend of battle royale style, gaming. And it's even been added into like the last Call of Duty that just came out, Blackout.
Yeah, that's right.
The difference between the two is Battlegrounds, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. It looks more like that Call of Duty style. Like, it looks more militarized. It looks more serious. And Fortnite is more cartoony. So cartoony equals my kid can play it. My kid can play it equals, massive amounts of people in America, young and old, began to start playing this game. And it went bonkers. I mean, my son is actually playing it right now. And I played Fortnite, and it's a fun game, but I like the other one better. I think just because it's not as cartoony. But I mean, really, it became part of pop culture history. My sister, who owns Sweet November Desserts, actually just did a Fortnite cake. You know what I'm saying? It's a big thing with kids right now. So so that was a big thing that's a big thing that happened with gaming. Some other great things that happened with gaming. Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, which people have been waiting for a long time from Rockstar Games. And, to a certain point, it's actually, been on par with GTA 5, as it ascended. So, and then also Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch, which is pretty dope. A lot of great characters in there, and it's just a fun, like if you love Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat as a kid, and if you loved any of the other Smash Bros on any of the other systems, then you'll like this one too. Gaming industry, had those big things happen, for them. They had quite a few duds mixed in, but with overall, that PUBG, that Fortnite. And then the Switch, really the Switch bringing out that Smash Bros. And Red Dead Redemption 2 have all been big in gaming this year, and more to come for next year, really, or 2019, whatever.
Sweet. Yeah, I've just been. Of course, I told you I got Red Dead Redemption 2 for Christmas. As well as Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I've just been on Shadow of the Tomb Raider for like the longest time since I got it. Those times I can play, and I love that game. Maybe it's I think that's the type of gaming I kind of go for. Maybe more the adventure kind of. I don't want to say puzzle or I guess maybe you could call it puzzle. Quest type games, those type of games like that. So I like that type of stuff. I'm gonna definitely get to Red Dead Redemption when I can. But that's pretty much all the games I've actually been playing. I mean, I've played earlier, finally finished a couple games this year that didn't come out this year. It came out like 3 years ago, but that which shows you the amount of time I get to play. But I'm kind of looking forward to this year in video games, even though I can't say I'll be buying a lot. I could definitely tell you that I'm building another Raspberry Pi console.
That's cool.
Yeah, so
that's cool.
There you go. As far as
video
games in my lexicon.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think you were definitely, as we were kids growing up. I remember you being obviously, really good at games, and you were better than me at games. I know that for sure. But yeah, the puzzle games, I know you always did really well at. So that definitely makes sense. Makes sense for sure. So anyway, yeah, man. On to the next. What else? What else you remember?
We probably didn't mention this in movies, but Ready Player One. I thought that was a really well done movie. I enjoyed it. It was really fun. It was a fun movie that I had to buy. So I'll add that to the movie aspect from 2018. But I think for me, 2018, as far as music goes, was a big year of ups and downs.
Yes. Yeah,
it was a big year, ups and downs. I'll start with the downs first, which were the deaths of quite a few people, Mac Miller for one, which is probably one of the biggest, I guess, down points for me. That, as well as I know this is probably popular opinion for people in my age group, but the rapper XXX Tentacion, that just hit me as a surprise, and it just it hit me because the kid was exactly what he was. He was just a kid. He was 19 years old, so that kind of threw me for a loop as far as what are these young kids doing this for? The ones that are committing these crimes and stuff like that. That kind of sucked. But then, of course, we get the high points of the year. Yeah. Or actually, here's another low point. Kanye West. I'll just leave it at that. Just Kanye. Another low point.
Yeah, Kanye. Just Kanye being Kanye.
Yeah, just Kanye being Kanye to his maximum ability. But let's go with a semi-high point. Drake. We got a Drake versus Pusha T beef. With some Kanye sprinkled in there. We have a Nicki versus Cardi and MGK versus Eminem.
Throwing shoes,
Yeah. Well, not the MGK versus Eminem.
I guess the Nicki versus Cardi,
MGK throwing a shoe at Eminem would be funny too. But all three of those beefs were unexpected, but hey, they kept us on our toes, man, and they they were good. They were good to see. I had my favorite albums moment. I listened to a ton of music this year, and I've been noticing a lot of people throwing up their top 5, top 10 albums of the year. There's a whole lot of albums that I listened to that I could probably mention, but I'll just throw three albums that were noteworthy that people should check out, which are, I've already mentioned before in the past, Royce the 5'9's Book of Ryan, Lupe's Drogas Wave, and JID's DiCaprio 2. I thought those three were very good albums. You could throw Mac Miller's album in there. It was quite a few people that had very standout albums this year, but those 3-4 were the ones I came back listening to the most. And I didn't get tired of it.
When did our boy Sir John Lee put out his album?
That was last year. I think that was last year.
It wasn't 18?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. And if it was, it might have been January. I think that was last year. I'm almost positive that was last year.
Man, I messed up on years if that's the case then. Oh yeah, October 2017. I guess it was late last year. All right. Yeah. Either way.
In addition to that, speaking of Sir John Lee, sent us a private track for us to check out.
Oh, dope.
And I checked it out, man, and it was, John Lee, he got some fire with them. Sir John Lee got some fire with that last track, so hopefully we'll be getting some new music from him soon. The world will be able to hear him. So
nice. Yeah, man, there's a lot of music stuff, and if if you all remember as well, going along with music and going a little bit along with Drake, that In My Feelings challenge was a big thing in 2018. People getting hit by cars, sadly, people, crashing their cars, from trying to do this challenge, running or walking outside of their car or getting run over. It was sort of silly. But, yeah, man, the In My Feelings challenge was definitely a big thing. It was one of those other viral things that happened in the culture this year. So, yeah, along with that, a bit of music, it's another bit of music. And, hey, if we remember all the way back near the beginning of 2018, we interviewed Melissa B., a R&B artist, and she's nominated for more, or I know she's trying to, get, Grammy nominations. I don't know if that has panned out for her, for her latest music that released. But I know she's nominated for several other awards, that are more like international awards. So,
very cool.
We had a little bit of music sprinkled in here with us, as well. And yeah, looking to, get some more music coming soon. More artists that we'll actually be able to interview or re-interview, I guess, as you would say. So, yeah, wow. Let me think. Let's see here. Speaking of challenges, this was a year of some very interesting and silly challenges. One of which being the Tide Pod Challenge. I thought about that. People out here, getting sick, maybe dying even, or going like poison control, or, calling poison control because they ate, Tide Pods because they look like candy. I mean, come on, man.
Wow.
Come on, man.
How stupid can you be?
That's one of the things that definitely needs to just stay back in 2018. Like, I understand challenges, and I think some of them are pretty fun, but that one was ridiculous. That one is definitely ridiculous. Never want to see anything like that come back again.
No.
Another thing that's not coming back again, at least for now, is Toys R Us.
Dang. Oh, man. That was another rough high point and low point for me.
Yeah.
High point because I was able to get all my kids' Christmas presents at like close to 75% off. Low point because it was like my childhood, even though I only went there like maybe a total of 4 or 5 times in my childhood. But still, come on, it's Toys R Us. It's Toys R Us. So,
man, I went to Toys R Us so much as a kid, just because there was one pretty close. My dad, he took us there a lot. I mean, I would think a lot, but maybe it wasn't that much. Maybe it was, trying to figure out what we wanted for Christmas or birthdays, stuff like that. Or if it was our birthday and we got to go pick a toy or a present, we would say, let's go to Toys R Us. So yeah, man, there's a lot of connection missed, that made me really sad. About Toys R Us, going away. But then again, I've heard that there's a possibility that somebody's actually buying it and going to try to bring it back again.
Yeah,
so
that's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Who knows?
And shout out to the black guy. There was a black guy that did like I think he was a manager of a Toys R Us, and he managed to open up his own toy store after that, since he already had all the connections and all this other stuff. So he opened up his own toy spot. I forgot the name of it and I forgot where it's located, but I read about it. So shout out to that brother for doing some good things and having an actual physical store for people to go buy stuff.
That's cool for him, man. And you know what? I don't know what's, I don't know who owns this company, but Toys R Us disappeared. There, no really like traditional standalone toy stores, as much anymore. And then just this holiday season, right near us, maybe like 2-3 miles from my house, there's this new one that opened up called the Red Balloon Toy Store. And it's pretty, it's a pretty cool toy store. There's tons of Legos, tons of learning toys, tons of like doll things for little girls, and music toys. So, it's science toys, so it's a pretty cool store. But yeah, just happy to see that people aren't giving up, on creating toy stores. Like with your story, and then obviously this place, coming out. Yeah, man. But Toys R Us, man. Come on, man. How, man? Jeffrey out here living on the streets, trying to find a couple trees to bite leaves off of,
Man, Jeffrey gonna start
So
smoking
sad.
crack. You gonna see Jeffrey out there on the corner begging for change. It's like,
Dang.
God damn.
If VH1 gonna do a Where Are They Now special on them, just gonna see Jeffrey all
It's
just
gonna go on Ayana
cracked
Fix My
out.
Life.
Next thing you know, you're gonna see him on Maury Povich, like with multiple women talking about he's my kid's daddy. Then see him doing cartwheels when they find out he's not the father.
We'll start doing all these little dances these young kids doing.
Oh man, wow! What else we got? What else is memorable?
Memorable from 2018. Let me
What else
think.
do you have left there?
That, man, I had a lot of things. I mean, of course, Bill Cosby going to jail. That was I mean, I didn't expect that was gonna go down that way. I honestly thought they was gonna have like not sufficient evidence, even though a lot of women came forward and stuff like that. But I didn't think it was gonna go down that way. But yeah, man, Bill Cosby, that was, I'm still in shock and awe about that. I don't know what's gonna come of it. Hearing him getting hit in the head with a chicken patty, some fried chicken patty or something. It was funny but sad because you don't want to see Bill get that happen to him, man.
Right?
Bill Cosby.
It's Bill Cosby. It's like America's father from way back in the day, but not anymore. Not anymore. Wow. Couple things I could think of. One thing was that Kaepernick Nike ad. Nike still showed faith in him.
Yeah.
Believe in
right.
something or else don't believe in anything or whatever it was.
Yep.
So that was dope. And then also, man, there's just what is it? Kendrick Lamar, winning Grammy for, his album that came out was, I can't even remember the name, just slipped my mind now.
Which one?
He won the one he just
for the Black Panther sound. Damn.
No, yeah, there you go.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
Winning the Pulitzer Prize for that. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
A
that
rapper.
was amazing.
From
That was amazing.
the hood, making a sort of a transcendent, album. So yeah, man, shout out to Kendrick Lamar for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. There's several other things. We didn't even really talk about like Spider-Verse being memorable because it just happened at the end of 2018, but it was still a pretty amazing movie.
Yeah, it's gonna go down. That's gonna be a movie that I eventually buy. Like,
Oh yeah,
I could say that right now. Just
yeah.
seeing that. But
yeah, same.
Meghan Markle's glow up. She married
yeah.
into royalty.
Yeah,
And
that's
she's
one of those
knocked up.
things. And she knocked up too.
Yep.
Dang. That's
she
bad
got
for
that.
us.
She
Secured the
got
bag
that
forever.
glow up. Yeah, she got that straight up glow up. Man.
Think about it though, like every little girl, always has this thing where one day I'll be a princess. And it is extremely difficult for that to actually happen to a common person. And at one point in time, Meghan Markle was just a common person, right? But yeah, man, she truly is married to a prince, so she's a princess. So it's pretty amazing, that thing happened. And she's a person of color. She's mixed race, so it's pretty amazing to see something like that, happen. In the way it did. So, wow, yeah. I don't know. There's probably several other things that we could probably think of, but if you don't have anything else, let's hit this commercial right quick. Then we can come back and talk about, some things that we remember we're looking forward to in 2019. You good on that?
Show.
Cool.
For show.
All right. Be right back after the Briggity break.
What up, everybody? This your boy B-Rob, host of the Random Rambles with Rob podcast. While you're taking your break, using your hooks, rubs, and spices on your love boxes and everything, tapping them oh so gently and vigorously at the same time, I want you to tune in on iTunes, Stitcher, and everywhere else that you listen to your podcast and check out the hashtag Blackout Podcast. Why? Because we blacking out.
Hey man, it's Chuck. We from the What Up Man podcast, and we ain't out here slanging and banging and doing wild shit, fucking with bitches and big ass white girls. We listening to the hashtag Blackout podcast, and you should too, you degenerate bastard motherfuckers.
All right. Welcome back, people. Thank you for listening to us thus far. So right now, we want to look into the future. 2019, what we're excited about, what we want to see happen, what we like to see happen. You know, there's a bunch of stuff going on in this world that we're curious about. So 2019, what are you looking forward to in anything, whether it be anything, the podcast or music, movies, media, whatever in pop culture? What are you looking forward to?
I'll go ahead and just list a few movies, and then you can expound on some of them if you want, because movies is what first what I'm thinking. So I'll just go ahead with my list. So Glass, Lego Movie Part 2, Alita, Captain Marvel. Let's see here. Us. Let's see here. What is it? Avengers, Endgame, Dumbo, sort of.
What?
Shazam, maybe. Yeah, exactly. Shazam, maybe a little bit. Semi-Godzilla as well. Okay. John Wick, number 3.
Yes, indeed.
I'm not going to say Aladdin. Let me think. What else? What other movie did I see a preview for that's coming out? Is there a new Spider-Man coming out? Yeah, Spider-Man Far From Home. The Lion King. Let me think about what else. I think...
No, Aladdin? You said Aladdin?
I didn't. I said
you don't want to see Will Smith?
I mean, I'm going to watch it. Am I excited for it? Not really. But I'm going to watch it. And then, wait.
Hellboy.
Is there another Star Wars coming out? Oh, yeah, Star Wars Episode 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those movies are some of the movies I've been looking for. I know it's a long list, but hey, man, there's a lot of movies, and I don't want to talk about all of them, so.
Yeah, well, I guess I concur with your list. I'm not sure about Dumbo. Maybe I'll wait for the DVD or digital release. I'll concur with your list. And did you say the Joker with the?
I didn't say that. But that would be interesting to see.
I really want to see that. The new Hellboy. I kind of, sort of, am interested in the new Men in Black International. Definitely want to see Wu Assassins. That's coming to Netflix for the martial arts people. So I definitely want to check that out. What else do we have? I'm actually looking through another list online. Those were off my head. I think that's probably, in addition to your list, that's probably it. I really want to see what happens in Game of Thrones final season. What else? And
I'm not watching GOTs. Unfortunately, I don't have the. Was it HBO? You have to watch it. So.
Yeah, I don't have it either, but I just watch it online. So.
Oh yeah.
If you know those sites.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I know a site or two. So. That's cool. Oh, that scream, that was Jackson, my son.
Okay.
Something happening in Fortnite, obviously. Let me think. What else? What are you thinking? What else are you thinking? Something with the podcast? Somebody you want to interview?
Podcast. Man, there's a lot of people.
Or another show
that we've been talking about collaborating with or speaking with. I know, like I mentioned earlier about Sir John Lee. I think he wants to come back on the show, and we'd love to have him back on. B-Rob, of course. I'm sure he wants to get back on the show.
Yeah, he's already asked us actually to go onto his wrestling show. So we're going to make that happen at some point.
Yeah, definitely. I tried reaching out to a couple of big cosplayers last year to see if they'd be on the show, but with no reply or response. So
it's all right. We'll just keep trying to hit him up.
It's all good. I mean, I'm not stressed over it. I know last year I mentioned I want to get Ghetto's puppets on here. And I just hadn't had the chance to even put anything together to reach out to him. Who else? Dang, I hadn't really thought of any other people. I mean, of course, podcast. We talk with and correspond with a lot of podcasts on Twitter and Instagram. So any one of them would be dope to even collaborate with or even interview. So that would be cool. Yeah, man. What do you got? Anybody you on your mind, on your radar?
Well, yeah. Well, obviously get Sir John Lee back. If we can make that happen. Ghetto's puppets. Yeah, I don't know why. I think that that just sort of fell off our radar for some reason. Get him back. There's a couple guys, from a couple of shows and girls from a couple of shows we need to bring back. Obviously, we need to bring back our cousin Memphis Diva. I think we just need to holler at her and say, hey, when are you available? And she'll just say now. So we need to make that happen for sure. And yeah, man, bring back all of our friends, that we've had on before, like B-Rob, like Chuck and Germ, if we can make that happen, like our Just in Time boys, Kung Fu Drive-In. I know, you always correspond with those guys, a little bit more than I do, but hey, man, like to holler at that crew, or the creator at least. Yeah, man, just quite a few podcasts that we need to, get some people, or get some more feedback or get some voicemails or something like that else, if we can make it happen, just to incorporate them into the show or at least be on their show. I know that the Starting Five podcast, which does a lot of sports, and then also music and pop culture as well, but mainly sports and music. They've reached out to us and said, hey, we'd love to work with you this year. So I think it's just to call into their show whenever they're recording, make that happen with those guys. Also, we're currently, on the SoundCloud platform, hosting all of our content. We've been, thanks to everybody who has, given us feedback. We've been really trying to get some feedback on, if we should change, if we do change, who we're going to go with. So thankfully, we've gotten a good bit of feedback there. And yeah, it's just, it's just one of those things that we, we're just trying to continually, move forward and not be stagnant, if you will. Cosplayers, yeah, we could definitely reach out to those people, that you reached out to. I know there's some local ones, who have a nice little following and have really cool accounts, so I'll reach out to them, see if I can connect with them. And then obviously I know you have some local in the DFW area as well. Try to get them on the show at some point, if that's possible. And yeah, man, there's just stuff. So, you know, we want to bring back music. We want to bring, you know, people who are into geeky things, people who are into tech, into cosplay, into artwork onto the show. You know, just because it'll sort of hit, you know, all the things that we really love. You know, not just, you know, the random foolishness that we always like to talk about. Wow. As far as video games this year coming up, I am looking forward to maybe at some point. Oh wait, yelling kid. I don't know what just happened, but I'm looking forward to at some point playing Red Dead Redemption 2 with you online. That'll be dope.
Yeah,
because I know you just got it for Christmas. Also, I'm looking forward to this game called Anthem. You know, for Xbox One, it's supposed to be great. I don't know. You know, I don't get as hyped for games now as I used to. You know, it just has to be a game that really just, you know, has hooked me, you know, well before it comes out for me to do it. So yeah, definitely Anthem. I'm looking forward to that. I'd like to play. What is that?
There's a Gears of War 5 coming out. Interesting.
Oh yeah. Gears of War 5. I sort of do and sort of
don't.
Man,
did you played you played the other ones, right?
I played like the first couple.
Yeah, because I played like the first 3. I beat the first 3. I didn't play the 4th one, but those were dope games. I enjoyed them.
They're pretty intense.
I enjoyed them a lot.
Yeah, they're pretty intense. Well, I'll just let you know, this is a game that you and I played a lot back in the day, and you actually had this game, Battletoads. It's coming out.
Really?
Really? Yeah.
For
a new
Xbox?
Battletoads is in the works for Xbox. That is correct. It's supposed to release this year. 3-player co-op experience. So, yeah, man. So Battletoads. I might just have to wait and see how good that is. Yeah. So you know, there's several things, but whatever, man. There's just stuff. As far as music, I don't know any music that doesn't suck this year. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know,
that's what I'm looking forward to as well.
Yeah. So I don't know. And in pop culture, you know, I mean, not in pop culture, but I guess in culture and in society. I don't know. I mean, just constant movement forward. I guess, you know, not going backwards, not going back to when it was. You know, it seemed like every week, you know, an innocent person of color was dying for no reason. Just constantly moving forward, and you know, it's ridiculous that our president has basically shut down the government, and you know, basically unemployed a lot of people, you know, for the past few weeks because he's sort of acting like a baby because of this wall that he wants to get. You know, so just some resolution of that does not involve us actually putting a wall up. You know,
man, that dude, this dude here is I don't know. I have no words for him, man. No words. Yeah, at least definitely no nice words. But I'm not going to waste my breath talking about him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you know, I don't know, man. And then, hey, I'm going to CES this week, so I'm really interested to see what new tech, you know, is supposed to be coming out this year. The future tech that may or may not happen. You know, just all the random concepts that are coming out, and see where companies have sort of innovated from last year. And yeah, I'll bring back that report. You know, maybe this time there'll be more robot strippers. Who knows?
Very cool. I would like to hear about that.
Yeah, for sure. I'll try to like live correspond, if you will, from the show. I'll see if I can make that happen. So
dope. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Wow, that's an intense game of Fortnite.
Man, yeah, it's a little crazy. So with that being said, if there's nothing else, if we're still not trying to figure out if it's Yanni or Laurel, let's go ahead and tap that love box, shall we?
Boom. Is it Yanni or Laurel?
I don't know. If you think it's Yanni, tap your love box. If you know it's Laurel, tap your love box.
Wow. All right, man. Here we go. Well, if you watched Bird Box and now you freaked out every time you go outside and the wind blows, tap your love box.
Man, I'm telling you, man. Sorta. It was interesting, man. It was pretty creepy for sure. But you know, I don't know. It was just suspenseful creepy.
Yeah. Stupid little kids, man. I wanted to beat that little girl ass. She got out the boat. The lady say, "Don't get out the boat. Don't move." But let me go see what happened to her. Come on, man.
Yeah. It's pretty. It's pretty crazy. Then she said, "I can't trust you."
Yeah, it's a little 3-year-old, 4-year-old girl.
Knew I couldn't trust you. I knew I couldn't trust you. Man, that's messed up. Yeah, but you know, it's just the way it's supposed to go, I guess. You know, you can't. The little girl's mama was untrustworthy, so therefore, you know, the little girl is untrustworthy, I guess. Anyway, if you are happy to leave challenges like the Tide Pod Challenge and the In My Feelings Challenge behind in 2018, tap your love box.
If you'd be happy to leave Kanye West back in 2018, tap your love box.
Oh man. If you are not excited for the 11th version of Mortal Kombat, tap your love box.
Wow.
Because I'm sort of not. I mean, I liked it. It was great. You know, obviously, but at this point, come on, man. Y'all gotta do something else, Mortal Kombat. How many different finish him moves can you come up with now?
I'm sure they'll find something.
I guess so.
I'm sure they can find something.
I guess so.
If you are, if you are highly surprised that the Dallas Cowboys made it this far, tap your love box.
Somebody just please take them out, please. For the love, please take the Cowboys out. Somebody actually beat them. One of the worst things is to see Jerry Jones' like crazy smiling face at the end of a game. Yeah, and they win. Just don't want to see that.
The worst thing is hearing the fans say, "We them boys, we're going back to the Super Bowl." That's the worst thing. Yeah. It's funny. It's pretty bad, but it's funny.
Thankfully they're going to be playing the Saints, so hopefully the Saints can knock them out. We shall see. We shall see. Yeah. Wow. If you now believe that you too can be a princess one day, because what Meghan Markle did, tap your lip.
For sure. Wow. If you think somebody's popping Bill Cosby's pudding in prison,
whoa.
Oh man.
Problematic.
That came out bad. Sorry, people. We go off the dome here.
Wow.
And I didn't realize what came out my mouth. But hey, tap your love box if you think that happens. Or is Bill Cosby popping somebody else's pudding? Who's getting Bill Cosby's pudding? Is Bill Cosby running things in there? Does he have his own little section of Jell-O chocolate pudding in the commissary?
I'm not gonna touch that. Speaking of things that are frozen, if you're like Black Panther and you never freeze until you see your Nakia, tap your lip box.
Man,
I never freeze. He froze, didn't he?
Definitely froze. Oh man. If you rage play video games like Jared's son does, tap your love box. Does he have like a headset on? He talking to other people?
Yeah, he's talking to his friends. Man. Yeah, that's what's happening.
Oh boy, that's what it is.
Yeah, he's not just yelling at the wall. You know, that would be funnier. He's not. He's not. Wow. If you're excited to see what's going to happen in Avengers Endgame, tap your love box. Just want to see all these ashes get reconstituted back into all the people that I want to see again, like everybody.
Everybody, every single person. Yeah. Wow. If you're just excited to see what 2019 brings, tap your love box, and that's it for me.
Yeah, same here. If you're excited to spread the love, the positivity, all the good vibes and, peace and blessings and love, 2019, man, tap your love box. Tap your love box.
Shitty.
Oh, yeah. If you were disappointed by 50 Shades Freed, tap your love box. Done.
Wow. Is that like the third one in the series?
Yeah, it was the last one. It was really bad.
Yeah,
they were all bad, but it was like pretty bad.
I didn't see not one of them. I saw maybe like 20 minutes of the first one, and I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry. You didn't miss anything. Let's just say that.
Okay.
Let's just say that. All right, man. Well, on that note, tell the people where they could find us.
They can find us on Twitter, Instagram, #BlackoutPod, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, SoundCloud, Spreaker, and YouTube. No video, just audio. You can email us stuff at #blackoutpod@gmail.com. Got this rage play coming through the other end. Google voicemail. Well, hit us up with a voicemail, 3853-BLAKPC, 3853252572. Hopefully everybody got their package of Hooks Rubs for Christmas. And if not, you could go to Etsy and get yourself some Hooks Rubs and spices. Spice up your 2019. Because spring is coming around soon. You're going to be grilling. Going to be doing all that good stuff. And you need something to spice up your life. Spice up that food. Get yourself some Hooks Rubs. And while you're doing that, while your stuff is on the grill and you ain't got nothing to do, you can go play some video games. And a better way to play your video games is to have some accessories from Boss Boxes. And go to Boss Box, search for it on Google, because I don't have the correct address. It might be bossbox.store. No, it changed, remember? So, yeah. It changed, so it might be bossbox.com. Anyway, you can go to Bossbox.
Yeah, bossboxes.shop. There you go.
The bossboxes.shop. There you go.
Bossboxes.shop.
Not a store, it's a shop. Go check out, put Blackout 10 in the checkout. Get yourself 10% off a Bossbox subscription. And, yeah, there you go. Everybody have a great 2019.
Yeah, for sure. And hey, on that same vein, talking about Hooks, Rubs, and Spices, I have a feeling that some very interesting and dope information, is going to be coming out for them. Some very good news coming out for them. So keep your ear down, to the grindstone. Follow them on Twitter at Hook Spice Rubs. Follow them on Instagram at Hook Spice Rub, or like them on Facebook, Hooks, Rubs, and Spices. And yeah, just stay tuned, because there's some big things popping, in 2019. We'll just leave it at that until you actually see what's going down. So yeah, man. In that note, I am blacking out.
We are blacking out. Holla at you guys later. I don't know where that came from. Yeah.
God damn, that boy can sing.
Must be crazy.
He good.
Must be crazy.